Hello guys, Merry Christmas, me again on DiabloFans.com guys. They've got some wizard patch notes for the Reaper of Souls beta, so let's go through them right now. Okay, dominance. Killing an enemy grants a shield that absorbs was 8,000 to 4,950, so basically a 5k shield, but it stacks 5 times. My brother's been playing around this on his wizard and it's crazy good guys. It's really cool. Don't worry about this, it's gone from 8k to 4, well to basically to 5k. It's still a fantastic ability. Is so good. Try it out guys, you can try it on the PTR right now. Okay, illusionist. When you take more than 50% of your maximum life in damage within 1 second, the cooldowns of mirror image, slow time and teleport are reset. When you use your mirror image, slow time or teleport, your movement speed increased by 30% for 3 seconds. Pretty decent. So they just changed it for when you suffer in a single hit to damage within 1 second. So if you get a big spike, the cooldowns go straight down, so that's pretty good. Okay, cold-blooded. Enemies chilled or frozen by you take 10% more damage from all sources for the duration of chill or freeze. Very nice. Power hungry. Let's have a look. Being healed by health globe causes the next arcane spender to be cast for free. So if you've got a buddy like someone who's playing Zero Dogs with you, spamming health globes. This would be very cool. And you can have up to 10 charges of power hungry. That's actually really nice synergy between the Zero Dogs Witch Doctor and a wizard here using this room. Very cool. Blur. Decreased damage. It used to be decreased melee damage by 20%. Now it's just decreased damage taken by 20%. So blur is very cool now. Very nice. Paralysis. Lightning spells have was 20%, now 15% chance to stun all targets for 1.5 seconds. So slight tone down there. Overwhelming will. Standing still, it was 2 seconds, now it's gone down to 1.5 seconds, so that's actually a buff. Increase the following attributes: armor 20%, all resistance 20%, damage 10%. Whoa! So just 1.5 seconds now, guys, you get this crazy ass buff on Unwavering Will. That's really cool. Nice, just 1.5 seconds, that's nothing. Cool, nice little buff there. Temporal Flux. Enemies that take arcane damage are slowed. Was 60, now 80%, and it was 3 seconds down to 2. I'd rather have more chance for it to go off than duration, in my opinion, so that's not bad. Elemental exposure, damaging enemies with arcane, cold, fire, or lightning will cause them to take 5% more damage. Okay, so that's not too bad. And all sources for 5 seconds. Each different damage type applies to a stack, stacking up to 4 times. Elemental damage from your weapon contributes to elemental exposure. Cool, not bad at all. Okay, Spectral Blade. Particular spell, throws up to all enemies with 215 yards. From 168 damage arcane. Okay, and let's have a look. Shock pulse. Launch a volley of 3 electric bolts that deal 244 to 257. So a little bit of buff there, guys. For a lot of damage, actually, it's nice. Okay, and cast 0 arcane power. Fire bolts. So the base rune itself has been buffed. Okay, that's pretty good. Fire bolts. Cast 3 bolts of fire that each deal 288 to 274. So they've lowered this down a little bit, but up to the main rune. Okay, lightning. Lightning power is now power affinity. Gain 5 arcane power for each enemy hit. Shock spells damage returns into arcane. So that's a nice little way to gain power, guys, if you're struggling with power. Explosive bolts. Slain enemies explode, and it's been debuffed from 252 to 184. So it's not really that bad nerf, to be honest. And weapon damage as cold from lightning. Okay, ice armor. We love ice armor. 25 arcane power. And now lasts 10 minutes instead of 4 minutes. So that's a nice little change there. Something more annoying than keeping your buffs up all the bloody time. So that's a nice little change there. From 4 minutes, guys, to 10 minutes. Nice. And the room for it is Frozen Storm. When storm ice builds around you, dealing. It was 11 to 28%. So Ice Armor, guys, just got a nice little buff there. I quite like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, Wave of Forces next. Impactful Wave. Projectiles back to their shooter. And slows enemies for them by 60% from 5 to 3 seconds. Okay, so its duration has gone down a little bit from 5 to 3 seconds. Frost Nova, we love Frost Nova. Cooldown has been changed, guys, from 13 seconds to 11 seconds. Nice. Blast enemies with nearby with an explosion of ice and freeze them from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. So they've changed the duration of the freeze, but you've got 2 second better cooldown. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, stat. Increased freeze duration from 3 to 2 seconds and damage to 4 to 3. Cooldown from 11 to 7. Okay, so especially just go back over what we already did. Bone Chill, enemies take was 60, now 33% more damage while frozen by chilled or frost nova. See, they're toning things down, guys, because at the moment on the PTR and Rust Beta, it's way too easy. Even on the highest level, you can just face roll the content. That's why Blizzard are changing the damage values of all the skills, because otherwise it's just going to be too easy. It will be too easy. That's what they're doing. They're not just doing this for the Wizard, they're doing it for all classes. All classes are happening at the moment. Okay, Frozen Mist. Frost Nova no longer freezes enemies, but instead leaves a mist of frost that deals was 1019 to 915. Nothing game breaking. Like I said, they're balancing the damage. Cold Snap reduced the cooldown from was 8 seconds to 7.5 seconds, and increased the full duration from 4 to 3. So slight change there. Deep Freeze. 10% crit bonus crit chance for 11 seconds, so 13. So they're toning things down a little bit. Electrocute, I like this thing. It's cool. Base range is pretty much the same, just arcane damage. 12 gain 12 arcane power for each enemy hit. It's always been a good generator for power if you are a bit low. Okay, Arcane Orb. Create 4 Arcane Orbs that orbit you, exploding for was 221 now to 236. We've got a bit of a buff there. Scorch Rune, launch a burning orb that goes up to 3 weapon damage as fire. Orb leaves behind a wave of fire for 379 to 320. So again, they toned that down a little bit. Explosive Blast. This has always been a decent one. 20 arcane power, 6 seconds, 1.5. It was for 1021 and it's gotten down to 616. Like I said, guys, that's why they're toning stuff down at the moment, because it's just too OP. Short Fuse Rune. Immediately released the energy explosive blast. Was 1021 to 909. So it's no big change, to be honest. It won't hurt you at all. Obliterate was increased the explosion radius, but now release an enormous explosive blast that deals 760 weapon damage arcane to all enemies within 18 yards. So it's just instant. It's rather than explosion radius. That's quite nice. Time Bomb. Explosive blast detonates from the point it was originally cast after 2.5 seconds. For was 1334 to 1039. That's still massive, guys. So I won't worry about that debuff there. Unleashed increases the damage of the explosive blast to 970%. Okay. So change that rune a little bit there. To 15 arcane. Well, it used to be 15 arcane power, now it's 970, so you can actually buff the damage up quite high. Okay, that's pretty good. Chain reaction. Instead of a single explosion, release a chain of 3 consecutive explosions, each dealing was 355 now to 320. Again, they're toning it down a little bit, but it doesn't matter. That's absolutely fine. Okay, Diamond Skin. We all use this. Okay, cooldown to 15 seconds. Transform your skin into diamond 3 seconds, absorbing up to. So tone down the shield a little bit because it was 17k and it's down to 14k. That's still plenty. Let's have a look. Mirror is now been renamed to Sleek Shell. Increase your movement speed by 30% while Diamond Skin is on. It used to do reflect 100% of damage absorbed back to the attacker. So that's actually quite nice. We've got movement speed now. That's quite nice. Crystal Shell. Increase the maximum amount of damage absorbed from 35 to 28. That's still fine though. Prism. Reduce the amount of arcane power cost by all skills by was 7 and it's got up to 9 now. That's actually quite a nice little buff there, guys. Prism rune's quite nice. Was 9 reduction all your skills. That's actually pretty good. Interesting. That can open up some more builds. Awesome. Okay, what's next? Next up is Slow Time. Okay, the base rune is gone from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Reduces the enemy's attack speed by 20% and movement speed by 60. Okay. Time Warp Rune. Enemies caught in the bubble of the warp time take was 12% now to 10% damage. So I've changed that slightly. Another little tone down. Point of no return. Enemies that enter or leave the slow on time are stunned for was 3.5 down to 3, so I just rounded it off a little bit. And Stretch Time. Time is sped up for any allies standing in the area, increasing the attack speed was 12.5 to 10. So again, they're just toning down things a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, Hydra's next. The base rune damage has gone from 78 to 66. Frost Hydra rune damage has gone from 136 to 108. Okay, Lightning Hydra 166 to 138. Blazing Hydra, let's have a look. 130 to 108. And then shows to nerf the damage of fire from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Still stack multiple times though, so it's going to burn quicker. Okay, Mammoth Hydra. 218 to 178. Okay, so just toning down all these runes there a bit. 133 to 111. So just toned it down a little bit. Personally, I don't think these Hydras needed a tone down. Personally, So I don't think they do that great damage at the moment. They should have left it as it was, in my opinion. Okay, Blizzard. At the moment, it's doing 273, and it's been increased. 273, sorry, 673 to 807. So Blizzard's got quite a nice little buff there, guys. That's actually quite interesting. 673 to 807. Does this make this Blizzard actually more of a main staple ability now for farming? It was already good, but it was just lacking that bit of oomph, and it's now got that oomph. It's 807 from 673. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at the runes for it. Unrelenting Storm increases the duration of the Blizzard to deal, was 1,143, now to 1,296, almost 1,300 DPS. Same duration. It's pretty good. Stark Winter increased the area effect and damage of Blizzard to deal was 818, up 941. That's pretty good. Still usual 6 seconds and 22-yard radius. Grasping Chill. The amount Blizzard slows the movement speed of enemies increased to 80%. Used to be after the Blizzard ends, a ground is covered in low line mist that slows enemies. So now it's just as soon as you blast it, they're slowed basically. That's pretty good. Okay, Snowbound. Reduce the casting cost of Blizzard to 13 arcane power. It was 10, so because it's doing more damage now, they're making it cost more mana, which is fair enough. Frozen Solid. Enemies caught in the Blizzard have was a 30% chance, now a 40% chance to be frozen. Used to be for 4 seconds, but it's now 1.5 seconds. So they're giving us a lot more better chance to freeze, but just for less time. To be honest, I don't know why they've done that, because if you just spam Blizzard Frozen Solid, you can just have them frozen locked anyway. Strange, I don't know. But it's still decent though, still decent. Okay, let's have a look. What's next is Storm Armor. Okay, Storm Armor, electrical energy, 147 weapon damage usual. And so all the buffs, guys, for the wizards have gone from 4 minutes to 10 minutes, which is really nice. All the armor spells now 10 minutes duration. That's pretty good. Okay, Magic Missile. Conflagrate, plus the base range for Magic Missile is the same. Conflagrate though, Meteor pierces through enemies and causes them to burn. So they toned this down because this is a vanilla bloody spell that was doing 371 damage. So why would you use any other main ability if it was hitting that hard? This is what I was talking about, Reaper Souls, guys. People walking through the beta so easily at the moment, just using basic things like Magic Missile, and it was just destroying everything. So they've toned it down to 82% weapon damage, which is right about correct for a normal spell that doesn't cost no power. Okay, because they're still stacking up, so they needed to do that. They need to do that because it'd just be too easy. Way too easy. Magic Weapon, nice. Okay, Magic Weapon, 25 arcane power. Now lasts 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. So again, another duration buff there. Awesome. Ignite Rune attacks burns enemies, dealing was 32 up to 86% over 3 seconds. That's quite nice. Okay, I quite like that. Electrify Rune attacks have a chance to cause lightning to arc to 3 enemies, dealing was 10% to 61%. So now Magic Weapon, guys, might actually be useful now. Cool. We'll have to check that out. Okay, let's have a look. Meteor, we all like Meteor. Okay, what have they done? Still 40 arcane power. It was 506, it's now gone to 501, so 5% nerf. Was it really worth doing, Blizzard? Okay, the ground is hit, scorched for the molten fire. That deals 169 to 167. They've just toned it down very, very slightly. Molten Impact Rune has gone from 1,934 to 1,648%. And the fire over time is 646 to 549. So like I said, they're just toning things down a little bit because it was a bit just too easy. Meteor Shower, I love this bloody thing. It's awesome. What's 230 to 228, so 2% nerf there. That's nothing. Comet, some of the Comet deals 596 is now 590, slight tone down. 20% chance to freeze enemies for 1 second upon impact, so that's still the same. Freezing Mist that deals 197, down 2%. And slows the enemy's movement, so that's pretty much still the same. So Meteor, guys, overall is pretty much the same. Just a very slight tone down there. Ray of Frost, enough Ray of Frost, fun ability. Black Ice, enemies killed by a Ray of Frost leave behind a patch of ice that deals. Used to be 1,104, and they've toned it down again, guys, to 810% damage as cold, and enemies moving for it over 3 seconds. And yes, that's fine. There's nothing groundbreaking. Okay, Energy Armor, has this been buffed as well? Yes, it has. There it is. It was 4 minutes, now 10 minutes. Nice. All the buffs for the wizards now last 10 minutes. Very, very nice. Okay, Familiar. Okay, let's have a look. The Familiar has been buffed, guys. Still takes 20 arcane power. Yeah, he was doing 110% damage, now 179, so that's a lot better. It's still arcane. And it lasts 10 minutes as well. So again, another 10-minute buff there, from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Good, so you don't have to keep recasting stuff all the time. Good. Okay, Cannoneer. The Finland's projectiles explode at impact, dealing was 203, now 240. Nice. Weapon damage to arcane for all enemies within 6 yards. This is actually quite nice. A 240. Depends how fast the Finland shoots those little bolts and all that sort of stuff, but 240% stuff is to be sniffed at, you know what I mean? There's items in Reaper of Souls where you can increase your pet's damage and attack speed by 100% each. So, you know what I mean? Pets could actually be viable. I know. Strange. Very cool. Okay, Archon. Right, we know about Archons being nerfed, unfortunately. But let's see what they've changed here. Okay, Archon form is still 120 seconds. The normal abilities are replaced by powerful Archon abilities. We already know this. Armor resistance increased by, was 50% down to 20%. That's quite a big buff. Can't see many people using Archon anymore. From 50% to 20%. Enemies who killed in Archon form increased your damage by 6% for the main duration of Archon. Okay. Arcane destruction. An explosion erupts around you when you transform, dealing was 6k, 6.3k, now down to 3.6k. All enemies in K in 15 years, so there's a little tone down there. Okay, I can't see many people using Archon form anymore, if I'm honest. Just my personal view. Okay, teleport. We like teleport. Calamity rune. Cast a short range of wave force upon arrival, dealing was 4-2, and they've toned it down to 2-5-2. Fair enough. Safe passage. For 5 seconds of your teleport, you will take was 46% and nerfed it down to 27. This was a very, very powerful rune for teleport. Very, very powerful rune. The reason why they've done this, guys, is because you've got that new shield on the wizard now. That new shield that you can virtually keep up permanently, even with the nerf. It's a really strong shield. That's why they've done that, because otherwise you'd just be god mode. 46 to 27. Okay, Black Hole with new ability for the wizard. Arcane cost was 35, now dropped down to 20. That's better, because it was taking quite a lot of power. Cooldown, though, it was 8 seconds, now gone to 12 seconds, so it takes less power, but it's got a slightly longer cooldown. Conjure a black hole at the target location that draws enemies to it and deals was 376, and it's gone down to 360. That's nothing massive, though. They just toned it down a little bit. 2 seconds, all enemies within 15 yards as usual. Okay, the runes, super massive. Increase the black hole radius to 20 yards, wow. And the damage up to was 583 to 570, so slight tone down there, guys. Nothing to worry about. Event Horizon rune, the black hole also absorbs any projectiles, not just a chance to, now absorbs it 100% basically. So it's sucking all the arrows, the bolts, all that sort of nasty thing that's coming to your character, and just sucks them in. And objects from elite monster fixed within 15 yards. Oh right, okay, so and objects, so that's pretty cool actually. So if the elite monsters are dropping like those new bloody shocking orbs and stuff, they actually suck them into the bloody black hole and get rid of them. That's actually a really nice rune there, Event Horizon, guys, for group play or just single player, to be honest. You know what I mean? Sucking the monster elite fixes. That's really nice. I like this. Would it pull things off the floor though, like that new poison and desecrate and all that? Would it do that? I don't know. Maybe just do like the stuff in the air, maybe. Interesting though, very interesting. I like this rune. It makes it a bit more game changing. Blazar, conjure a black hole at a target location that draws enemies to it and deals 376 to 360, so a minimal nerf, doesn't really matter. And still does the explosion from was 372, but the explosion's gone up to 464. Okay, so that's pretty good. So the explosion's gone up. Spell steal. Enemies hit by the black hole deal 10% reduced damage from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. So we've got a buff there. An extra 2 seconds there. Each enemy hit by the black hole grants you was 1, but now 3% increased damage. Was 3 seconds, now 5 seconds. So spell steal is a lot better. And the last one is absolute zero. Each enemy you hit increases the damage of your cold and spells by 4% for 10 seconds. So that's actually pretty decent, guys. And there you go, guys. That is the wizard changes of the ROS beta. I hope you found the video useful. Just as usual, guys, please like and subscribe. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.